If you clicked on this video, you are not normal. You have something that you want to say. You have something that you want to create. You know that you are capable of so much more, and you feel different from the people around you. You have bigger dreams and you want to be known for something, but not just anything. When people look at you, you want the reaction of how did she actually manage to do that? But right now, it's almost like you're sitting in this frustration because it's like you are in the middle. That frustration with that desire, that is not random. And you need to stop ignoring it. Right now, there are two versions of you. There's this version of you who is looking at other people, resenting them for doing the exact thing that she wants to do. But she's still there waiting, asking, why not me? Then there is this other version of you who is asking, why not me? And she is going for it because she knows that it is not smart to wait for the perfect time to make the perfect decision. Because not making a decision is still making a decision to stay where you are. And this version, she has audacity. For a long time, as women, we are rewarded for being reasonable, for being considerate, for not being too much, for not being too ambitious and staying at home. And to the point where we have to prove ourselves more than men do. And then we grow up and we wonder why we're almost waiting for someone to tell us, yes, we're allowed to give us that permission to go after what we want or to say what we want to say. On the other hand, audacity is deciding to give that green light to yourself because you know that no one is going to come and give you that permission. And do not come at me with, oh, I just need to figure out what I want. You go out there, you make mistakes, and through making those mistakes, you realize what you want, what you like, and what you don't like. Exactly a year ago, I was just getting out of my first business, fitness coaching, which I was stuck in. I usually don't like using the word stuck because it's a bit victim-y to me, but I was miserable in this. And then anyway, when the incident happened, I decided that I was not going to do it anymore. And I spent 8 months coasting a bit, but also I was trying things out in the mindset field. I was still filming videos, I was still exploring different areas to find out, I like this, actually I do not like this, actually I do not want to talk about this. And I pivoted in public. It wasn't easy doing it, not gonna lie, because it is vulnerable to put yourself out there in public and make mistakes in public. But then eventually I found audacity for women as the umbrella. But I wouldn't have found that if I didn't trial and error and make mistakes. You don't figure out what you want in life and then act. First, you act, and then the action gives you the information. You need to do the things we are told not to do as women. Because if you have something to give in terms of value, if you have something that you can build, that you can create, that you can lead, it is your duty to go out there and share it. Yet, you are still sitting there, waiting until you're more qualified, until you have more confidence, until you are more certain. Yet you are sitting there, waiting until you are more qualified, until you have more confidence, until you are more certain. Meanwhile, there is someone out there who is less capable than you, doing the same thing that you want to do because they are willing to be seen doing it all. If you have something to offer, something that is going to create an impact, it is your duty to go out there and offer it because it is actually selfish not to. Hiding something valuable because you are afraid to be judged doesn't just affect you. It also affects the people who would have benefited from that information because you are robbing them from that information that could potentially change their lives. You do not become that woman who is impossible to ignore and as a result create impact while ignoring yourself. So you need to stop ignoring that idea that won't leave your head. You need to stop ignoring that desire and that decision that you keep putting off. And do not get this twisted. You do not get impossible to ignore by trying to get other people to notice you. You get impossible to ignore when you stop ignoring yourself. When you start making the decisions that your old identity would not have made. Everything that she kept putting off, everything that she kept filtering, everything that she kept talking about but never doing, you go and do them all from the end state. Your reality will have no choice but to catch up with your identity. So my question to you is, why are you still watching from the sidelines when you know you want to be on the fucking field?